a lot of a lot of information that isn't necessarily accurate. So what I want to do is just clear up any misinformation about the case. I really do. I want to make sure that the record is factual. Make sure that you guys know what is corroborated and what is known and known to the public and allowed to be known to the public. We're not getting into, I don't know any information that should not be shared with the public. I don't have any insight on, other things going on in the case. I only know the what we all know and what is all in the public eye. So Layla, before she went missing around the 24th, apparently there was, as you guys are well aware, there was some kind of disagreement, confrontation, whatever, between Layla and her boyfriend. 23rd, 24th, somewhere around there. On the 24th, her boyfriend, Michael, was looking for her. Okay. He was reaching out to Jennifer Santinello. He was texting her, asking her to check hospitals and jails. Whatever happened, he's looking for Layla. He had been looking for Layla up until the time where she was at the hotel. We don't know, there's a lot of questions as to why she was acting so bizarre at the hotel. There's a lot of information from the fact that she was with somebody else, to she was scared of him, to she was worried about the police, to she was worried about the drug dealers. I don't know. Okay. We don't know what put her in this shock phase or, bizarre phase. We have no knowledge, no corroborated factual knowledge as to what put her in that state. There is some speculation as to the reason she was in that state. And I just gave you some of the reasons, but nothing has been corroborated, nothing concrete as to why she was appeared to be fearful and running from something. Okay, that's what it appeared. That's what was in the very initial report. She was frantic and ran into the woods. That's what we heard. That was on reports from whatever it was, the endangered missing persons site. That's what was on that, because we were very confused about the 26th or the 27th. Nobody knew if she disappeared on the 26th or the 27th at the time that we started covering the case. Since then, all that has become clear. It was the 26th that she ran into the woods. She was seen coming out of the woods, parting. We talked to the gentleman that watched her literally walk out of the woods. We talked to him at length. He described what he saw. Um, she asked him for a cigarette. He did not smoke, and she proceeded to the green belt. Okay, that was around 8 8:30ish in the morning. Okay, there's an hour window, I believe he said between 7:30 and 8, but I think he said he got there at 8. I'll have to go back to the video, but there was like literally from 8 to 8:30 was the window that he saw her. Okay, we learned from the same person that a gentleman, now, mind you, well, I'll just say that what he said. He said a gentleman had walked up to him and asked him, "Have you seen my wife?" That's what he used, my wife, not girlfriend, not Layla, nothing. Um, the gentleman described the person as being Michael. So the morning of the 27th at around 9:30, Michael is at this business asking the same man that watched Layla walk out of the woods and onto the green belt. And he talked to Michael. So we know that he told Michael the exact same thing that he told us. Um, there was a window of time that still hasn't been fixed, and it's a 4-hour window from when she got on the green belt at 8:30 to when she arrived at the ice cream shop between 12:30 and 1, or 12 and 1. I think it was around 12:30, but we'll just say for the exact police a range of 12 to 1. She was at the Marble Slab Creamery. We found an area that a lot of people seem to know her. We were on the green belt for days, and following nobody, even the people that were out there that were, in the same environment using, clearly, people that were under substances did not see her on that green belt. I asked just about every person that we came up to on that green belt, and nobody's seen her. But when we got to this specific community, we started getting hits. We started, people knew who she was. So that was promising. Um, Jen was able to speak to somebody. I'm not going to disclose those conversations or who that person was, but she was able to get some information from that person that had been told to her by other people. So she was able to corroborate or disprove some of the information that she had been provided by other people by this conversation. So this last trip we went out there because we were looking to see if maybe that's where she was for the 4-hour window prior to her making it to the marble slab, because it was in close proximity to the area where she was last seen. And clearly people in that area knew who she was. So it did imply that she did hang out in that area. There were certain areas of that community that we were guided by people that lived in that community to go to. We searched as much as we could possibly search. We did not find Layla. What I can tell you is there's a lot of abandoned houses, not a lot, but there's quite a few abandoned houses over in that area. And these abandoned houses are filled with a bunch of garbage, littered with just crap strewn about. And it just makes me wonder, is she in one of those abandoned houses? I don't know. I don't know. I think it's definitely that's the area that we were able to get a hit. But getting back to it, when we got to the Marble Slab Creamery, we waited until it opened, and we actually spoke to the lady. We actually spoke to the lady that made contact with Layla the last time she had been contacted or she had been seen. This is the last person. This is the Marble Slab. Okay. She could tell that there was something going on, and told Layla that sitting on the stand having to say it before the court. So this notion that she doesn't have to give, that Kiera is not obligated to speak to law enforcement about the disappearance of Layla Santinello for your statement. They can defend you. They can represent you and speak on your behalf in those respects, but not when it comes to your story, your testimony, you. It's not going to be the lawyer sitting on the stand having to say it before the court. So this notion that she doesn't have to give, that Kiera is not obligated to speak to law enforcement about the disappearance of Layla Santinello, I think is wrong. But we still have to go back, because we still have a lot of information leading up to this. What happened to Michael? Did he ever find her? Because we definitely have a witness that puts him in the area right before her disappearance. And then we hear the officer afterwards talking to Kiera about picking her up. So we don't know what happened to her. We don't know where she went. So this illusion that anybody has an idea of where she went or what she did, nobody knows. That's the problem. That's what law enforcement is trying to decide and decipher. And you got somebody like Kiera Daughtry not cooperating with law enforcement for somebody that she used to call friend. She called her friend. I mean, trust me, Layla just doesn't pick up phones and start calling people and asking for rides from people that are strangers to her or don't like her. And this is her friend not wanting to talk to law enforcement and hiding behind her mommy. And I just don't get it. I don't get it. But, you know, either way, Jennifer's just trying to find answers. And if Kiera, you know, here's a probably newsflash, maybe reach out to Jen and tell her what you know. If you don't want to talk to law enforcement, tell Jen. Because I can tell you, she's the one searching for her daughter. She's the one out there in the rain. She's the one taking care of Nova Grace. She's the one living, drinking, eating, and sleeping this case morning, noon, and night. She's faced with it every day when she has to change the diapers for Nova Grace, when she has to put the bottle or feed Nova Grace. She has to do all of that. And every day it's a reminder of what she's living through. Every single day. And there's bad information out there. Now, I don't know really what more information I can share with you at this point because it's unknown. We've got several people that appear to have knowledge in this case and are unwilling to cooperate with law enforcement from where I stand. That's what it looks like here. And I'm just hoping that somebody will reach into the pits of their hearts and souls on this, you know, Christmas holiday and realize this family's struggling and needs answers. Needs answers. And those answers could actually be rewarded by $3,000, leading to the whereabouts of Layla Santinello. So if anybody knows anything about Layla, her mom needs answers. Her family needs answers. Her daughter needs answers. What do people think? I'm curious. I'm going to be going through the chat a little bit, and we're going to read some articles. Let me get this down. Another person. It's hearsay. It cannot happen. So anybody that's trying to fill your minds and souls with a bunch of garbage, that's exactly what it is. So for the people out there, I don't care what these people are telling you, come forward, talk to law enforcement, tell them what you know. There's a $3,000 reward, hard, cold cash right now for anybody with information leading to the whereabouts of Layla Santinello. You know, we just need to find Layla. Where is she? Where did she go? Somebody knows something out in the Kingsport area. Let me see if there's anything else. We've got a lot of clips here.
The son of the man.
Can you? No,
a little update about Jonathan's killers.
Hold on. I love that guy. I do love him.